Hi, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thank you so much for tuning in. And happy birthday, Libras. Happy birthday to you. It's finally our time. Oh, and we have a jumper here. Libra, our first card out is back and forth. Oh, haha. That is so Libran, isn't it? Very Libran. We're always kind of measuring and analyzing, and it's all about having that balance, right? Striking that peace and harmony, whether it's in a connection or a situation. All right, so opposites, tentative and fast pace. Where are you headed, Libra? We use a variety of tarot and oracle cards and channeled messages, if I did not already say that. Many blessings, gratitude, family, and generosity. Good. It is harvest season, at least where I am, Northern Hemisphere. It's officially upon us now. We have had our autumn equinox. Actually, it's today. I'm filming this on the 22nd and posting it on the 23rd. So let's see what else we have. Definitely in that crispness in the air kind of energy, and ready to bring in new colors and welcome new beauty and all of it. Piece of cake. Awesome. How funny is that? And I just put a cupcake on our table too. Oh, I love this. This is wonderful. So it says, smooth sailing, better days ahead. Excellent. And then we have home sweet home, refuge, comfort, and acceptance. Love that. And one more actually is trying to kind of float from the top of the deck, and it's soft touch, loving, nurturing, diplomatic. That could not be more Libra. Think of that. I mean, loving, nurturing, and diplomatic. Also, acceptance, home. I mean, this is Libra. Wow. And yeah, I mean, the back and forth, that is so Libra. Okay. I know we're on the right track here. Okay. Let's see what else we have for Libra. I mean, really, we are known for harmony, peace, balance, beauty, connections, right? It's really what makes us the best. Okay. So, I mean, really, we embody fairness, balance. We have that, again, that natural diplomacy. We can smooth conflicts over, right, in every area of life, like how a river finds that path of least resistance, right? I love to connect things to nature. Maybe that's Libran of me. But we have an intrinsic desire for harmony, though, really. So that's why we're really good at being mediator, peacemaker. We mirror the way opposing energies in nature kind of find that equilibrium, right? What else do we have? Karmic debt, imbalanced karma, and karmic lessons. Now, interesting, that's what's underneath back and forth. Okay, that's what's under back and forth. So that's interesting because that is about, balancing out the lessons and kind of going back and forth maybe on something. We definitely have that analytical mind, right? We can weigh all sides of an issue before making a decision. We have that thirst for knowledge. We have the ability to see the bigger picture, right? Even in complex situations, we're good. All right, let's see. Astral projection, so out of body experience. And that's what's coming underneath that. Many blessings, gratitude, family, generosity. Some of you are leaving the past behind, okay, and refusing to carry some sort of karmic debt. Why? Because it's not fair to carry it. It's not fair to you. It's become heavy. It's making those scales off balance. And what do we want? We want the equilibrium, right? We want that peace, that harmony. I mean, we value our partnerships, right? We thrive in collaborations, team settings, but it can't be at our own detriment, right? That's something that's been coming up for us lately. So maybe you're balancing some of that out. Maybe you're refusing to carry any sort of generational karmic debt, right? You're not your family necessarily. You might, and it's fine to be grateful for lessons, right? But it's about learning and growing from those lessons, right? Not carrying the baggage, right? What else do we have? Oh my gosh, look at this. Spiritual growth, enlightenment, ego death, new abilities. And that's what's clarifying the piece of cake, smooth sailing, better days. This is all also, this is such a beautiful card, right? And as a Libra, we are really, we excel as far as our artistry, aesthetic excellence, you could call it, and we have sophisticated taste. We have an appreciation for things that are beautiful. That's why a lot of us are very in tune with nature. We make beautiful homes. We have that Venusian influence, right? And that manifests in the form of charm, and we can mesmerize, really. A lot of us are very magnetic. We don't even realize it. That's the thing, okay? Don't even realize it. We just, because we create the beauty, and that therefore is inviting to others. It's things that are aesthetically pleasing. It makes you an exceptional hostess, right? I think of like a bird meticulously making its nest, all the intricacies and figuring it all out, making it all come together just perfectly. Libras are great on teams. You want a Libra on your team, Let's see what else we have. But I'm preaching to the choir, right? We have the green aura here, teaching, learning, healing. Now, this is what's coming underneath acceptance, comfort, refuge with home sweet home. It's very healing energy. So you may be healing something in your home or beautifying it in some way. Using that soft touch here, as this card says, right? Right here, the soft touch card. That's totally, bro. Okay, what else do we have? One more, please, for clarifying that soft touch, actually. Dreams, spiritual messages, past life, nightmares. Some of us, I think we do a lot of healing and problem solving even in our dreams. Now, I don't know if that's a Libra tendency to be. I know when when I'm falling asleep, I'm usually, a lot of the times I'm thinking of something, and a lot of the times I'll get answers in my dreams. And so, let me know if that's a Libra trait, because I've never heard anyone say that it necessarily is, but it feels like it sometimes, that, not being able to, I know that we analyze a lot. Libras analyze a lot. But I don't know if there's, if a lot of the times other people too are kind of working through things in their dreams, because maybe that is sort of a gentler way to do it, right? Because again, it's like Libras, we want to avoid conflict and, have that harmony in relationships. And so maybe one strategy you use is dream work. I know it's something that, like I said, something I use. It's another way of resolving conflict, I guess you could say, and finding harmony in situations maybe that are difficult. So if you are, if you haven't tried dream work, maybe you would want to try that. You could get a lot of spiritual information. It could help you solve problems, in your dreams. Crystals that could help with that. Well, one in particular, I'm going to say, is amethyst. Okay, amethyst could help with any sort of dream work. But I know it's kind of an interesting message, but it's like, they're letting me know that sometimes as a Libra, because this is all dedicated to Libras, this whole reading, okay? Sometimes as a Libra, we're coming up with creative ways, right? Creative ways to find that peace, that balance. It's not always necessarily direct, right? So this is why I feel like that soft touch comes in, because it is tied to being a diplomat and doing things in a loving, gentle kind of way. Now, I'm not saying we're always like loving and gentle and that we're not direct. I mean, it's interesting because in the one way, and on, one side of us, we are um, very, like Venusian and, very beautiful and can be very gracious and everything. But then on the other side, it's like, you know, we're not as like, we don't change as far as like Cancerians. Whenever the moon changes, I feel like the mood changes. The mood changes with the moon phases, and it's like it changes every couple days. So, but anyway, but with Libras, we do have that kind of other side, and not quite like a Gemini. We're not the twins, but we have the scales. We do have that kind of balance of two, and we have that's why we can see different sides, and that's why we are such great peacemakers, makers, and mediators, because we have the ability to kind of perspective take, right, put ourselves in other people's shoes, right? But I think a lot of times we can be misunderstood because we can present as that soft kind of um, beauty and everything, but people don't realize that we're also very tough and very direct when we need to be, right? We have a way with words, and actually, most of the Libras I know, we avoid conflict, but then once we get into a debate, we're really good at it. It's like, it's kind of like it takes people by surprise. Because a lot of the time, though, we're not the ones to necessarily start the problem, but yeah, like I said, you want a Libra on your side if you're trying to debate something, right? Or if you're looking for, just like fairness and justice, not in saying and justice. All right, let's get into some tarot. What else do we have for Libras on our birthday, in our birthday season? Little birthday party here for Libras. Oh my goodness, you have the moon. I was just talking about moon energy, right? So there's the moon, and that's what's underneath that karmic debt and the back and forth. I feel like for some of you, you feel like you're just never going to get out of a certain energy. It kind of feels like that. Like it's as though you're thinking, oh, it's just never going to end. This is just, I'm going to constantly be going back and forth, or it's like not being able to clear something out, not being able to have that balance, that harmony, so that when the moon comes in, it shows me that is a card of fear, of anxiety, right? Things not really being what they seem, fearing that there are maybe unseen problems in some way. This is the Tarot Collectibles Starry edition of the Rider-Waite. It's called the Groovy Weight, actually. But all the decks I use are below. And this other one was by Celtic's Brew. It's the Spirit Oracle. All right, okay, so now we have two cards came out to clarify this kind of back and forth, and it's the Four of Cups and the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands, one word I'd say, inspiration in some way. Okay, like a little bit of inspiration. And the Four of Cups is like, they're not looking so inspired. So it's kind of like maybe your energy could be, remember I said how with Cancerians, the mood can change with the phases of the moon? Well, I'm feeling kind of like this energy of you kind of going back and forth on something, which, yes, that's very Libra. But once we do make up our mind, we're pretty firm on it, because we've gone through all that analysis, we've really considered everything by the time we make up our minds. Okay. And I know it's like one big stereotype, right? And we are way more than just our sun sign, but this reading is meant to be, fun and shed a light on what makes Libras so lovely. So, the Four of Cups, you can tell they're not enjoying any of the choices here. But I feel as though there's something here coming in from the universe that you're not quite expecting, and that can give you just that little message of inspiration, of hope, maybe that you're looking for. Maybe you get just a little bit excited, right? Feeling about maybe taking that next step. So get excited, be ready to explore. Things, you might have, you could too, because I'm tying it into the cards that it's clarifying, the back and forth and the karmic debt imbalance here. Again, that's like, yeah, again, back and forth. That's definitely what this feels like. But it almost feels like there's an energy too of almost as though you're afraid that, the anxiety and the fear is going to win. But really, I want to remind you, Libra, you have the choice. You decide which voice in your head is stronger than the others, right? What else do we have? For many blessings and astral projection, we have, oh, what is this? What does it have? 2 cards. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, we're going to get a third one. Oh no, our 3 already came out. These are thick cards. They're beautiful cards, but all right. I thought they were very birthday sparkly. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. So chipping away at something, right? Really working hard. Look at that. Oh, I love how they sparkle. Okay, that's so Libra. I'm like all dazzled by the sparkles. Okay. Like a cat, you know. Oh, shiny. But yeah, really perfecting something. But here's the thing. With the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, it's kind of like, it's again, it's sort of this, wow, what's going on, Libra? Because I'm getting this, like, you know, you're going one way here, and then next it's like, well, it's not really paying off. Like this is about hard work not really paying off the way you had hoped. But then you have this energy movement coming in. So it kind of feels as though this is a temporary stall. All right. It could feel as though maybe you need this time to rest, to recuperate. Maybe that's why something is not really moving forward right now. The 7 of Pentacles, you know, they're trying to decide if something's worth it, and when it's in reverse like that, like I said, that's really not feeling as though there's been a reward. It's a setback. It feels like a waste of some kind. And I just want to remind you, Libra, as long as you're engaging in something you love, or you're working towards something you truly enjoy and love, it's never a waste. You aligning yourself with what feels best is not a waste. I almost feel as though it's our duty. We have to do that exploration, right? We don't always know the outcome, but yeah. So this the 8 of Wands, though, is suddenly there's news, right? There's movement. There is some sort of action, rapid action that comes in. All right. And so underneath spiritual growth and piece of cake, it looks like some of you are deciding you're going to remove yourself from something. You're moving on. Better days are ahead. That's what's clarifying piece of cake. Here is this 8 of Cups. Maybe closing something down, ending something is a little easier than you think. You want to know why? For some of you, it's because you've already, first of all, I'm hearing right now, some of you were underestimated. Don't underestimate yourself. Okay. There's one thing. The other thing I'm getting is that because you're not the same person you were, because you've had this sort of, because you might have new abilities, and you've worked on your growth and your spirituality so much. It will be easier this time, or right now, or if you decide to walk away from something. All right. And now you have 3 8s, by the way, which is a sign of abundance. You have 888. That's a sign of abundance. This is definitely moving on. And this is the card that features the eclipse. And what did we just have? A solar eclipse. We had a partial solar eclipse. Okay. So things actually are aligning. I want to pull that 888 card for you. Whoops. Let's see. Where is it? All right. Okay. I'm getting something here too I'm hearing right now about leveling up. Okay. So, and you have 888, sign of abundance. So you will have great success coming your way, because you have the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles. So that's 888. Love seeing that as a number for us. Very nice. What else do we have for Libra? Oh, too many. What else do we have for our lovely Libras? We have the Knight of Cups. It says all you need is love right here. Yeah, this is about following that heart's desire. Some of you may have a Prince Charming or Princess Charming, somebody charming coming in. But Libras, we're charming, right? We're known for being charming. Another wonderful quality of Libras. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, and you have the sun. I love the fact that you have the moon and you have the sun and you have the Eight of Cups, because that's eclipse energy and then eclipse energy again. And why do I love eclipse? Well, I love the fact that you have the sun coming on now. It's like that's what's coming in front of that moon. So it's like the sun is really the focus here. Okay, the sun is really, that is the celebration. That is the confidence. That is new light being shed on something, a new awareness, and that is what's clarifying. Piece of cake, better days. The sun. I mean, and if you're here because you're a Libra sun, I mean, theirs is like super, like awesome, because it's your sun season right now, right? Couldn't have had a better card show up to a reading. And then you have the Page of Swords. So underneath teaching, learning, and healing, and home sweet home, acceptance, it's like, I feel for some of you, you're acknowledging where there's work to be done, where there's knowledge to discover or learn. And that could be why you're a little hesitant. Like you may feel as though something's not completely healed, or you don't completely feel ready for something. But and that could be the hesitancy. But I feel like you're actually in a pretty good position, Libra, to take that next step. And remember, you don't have to take all the steps all at once. You're taking one step. You take as many as you want, right? General reading here, you always have free will, final say, even in the personal readings. Yeah, this is you're putting together the pieces of something, okay? Something that may have seemed like a very complex puzzle. For some of you too, I'm hearing clairaudiently now, you're moving quietly. You're making some adjustments, some steps quietly. And for other Libras, I do hear you are the guide. Someone is going to come to you for guidance, okay? So be ready for that. I'm actually getting the date September 24th, but the dates, that's not necessarily, it could just be picking up on someone's birthday. So happy birthday if that's your birthday, September 24th. And happy birthday to my September 23rd. I know there are a few of you in the audience, and I really appreciate you. And also Bruce Springsteen, if you're watching, happy birthday. Yeah, all right. So let's see what else we have. When I had that Seven of Pentacles in reverse, there's another element with that, and it's actually distractions. You could have some family stuff going on or other stuff going on that's pulling you away. It's distracting you in some way. Hold that vision though, okay? Oh my goodness. And there's that Strength card. Yeah, hold that vision, all right? Hold yourself in high regard, okay? Have that self-respect. We're showing people how to treat us all the time. That's, again, this is what you're teaching. Is you're teaching people how to treat you. You're teaching people how to respect themselves, actually, and how to have the courage and strength by modeling it. And of course, we have another 8 with the infinity symbol here. So many 8s. Yeah, and it's, and I actually love the Strength card for Libras, because it's that kind of gentle strength, right? It is. It's very. It's like as peaceful as you can be, as being. It is kind of being diplomatic in a way too. Actually, thinking about the other Libra qualities we were talking about. Yeah, it's doing the right thing too. Really holding yourself accountable. This is like coming from a place of integrity too. Very Libra-like. What else do we have? We value honesty, right? And you also have the Two of Wands. So as you're planning and as you're about to move forward, and for a lot of you, the fact of the matter is you've already made your choice. You are ready for the next step. You've made your decisions. Some of you have already made the decision. And you're going to follow your heart. Look, the world, they made it in a heart. It's so cute. Yeah, you have that new direction. And it takes courage. It will take some courage, because it's going to be unlike, it's not like other things you've done. Yeah, are there going to be challenges? Yep, probably, because you know why? We're alive on the planet. So there could be challenges, right? Yeah. Um, but it's nothing. I feel like a lot of you view your challenges as opportunities for growth. And it's like, yeah, continue thinking those happy thoughts, keeping the thoughts positive. What else do we have? Oh my goodness, that is so funny. So clairaudiently, I wish I'd said it, but I was hearing, and away we go. And now you have a card about moving on again. Another card about moving on. So 6 of Swords. Again, there's something here too about paying attention to when you're feeling kind of lucid. If you can remember what sort of messages that you're getting during that time, because this is what's clarifying the spiritual messages, dreams, past life, um, soft touch. Yeah, it's kind of giving me 6 of Cups vibes too. And I want to tell you too, it's one of the, so 6 of Cups, yeah, moving on. And some of you have support that you're not quite aware of, maybe. And maybe you have to get comfortable accepting help. Okay, so that's something coming in for some of you. Something that seems a little bit murky is, it will clear up. It's going to clear up. There's just for whatever reason, there is this delay. There's like this holdup for some. And some of you, you come to the reading and like you're moving forward, and you can move forward with something. So that's awesome. Because it's there, it is here. It's not here yet. It's like very close. And I feel for some of you, you even feel it. I'm hearing right now too something about working with clear quartz. So that can be an amplifier stone, right? It can help you get some clarity too. Meditating with clear quartz. You know, there's this thing about reflecting back on the past, but that is so normal with birthday season. So remember right now, like if you're thinking about situations and different people from the past, or maybe you're feeling their energy still in your space, do what you need to do, obviously protect your energy, cleanse and clear and all that. But it's totally normal, Libra. It's natural this time of year with birthday season here to be reflecting on it's basically our new year, right? It's our new year, we're getting ready for our next trip around the sun, right? um, and it reminds us of being born and our family, and if we have a family, and where we are in our lives right now, because now we're this number, who cares about the number really, right? but but there is this kind of pressure sometimes around birthdays, and some people don't like their birthdays. They don't want that kind of attention, or it's never been a happy thing. So wherever you fall within that spectrum, everything's a spectrum really, right? Know that it's all okay. It's all natural. Wherever you are, it's like, don't put that pressure on yourself. Don't be that thing, because once you put pressure on something, it really does kind of limit. Yeah, it's kind of right. Things tense up. The pressure. It's pressure. It's pressurized. We don't want that, right? We want to stay in our kind of flowy Libra, Empress kind of energy, right? That's where true creation is born. What else do we have for Libra? Tap into your inner artist, I heard, for some of you. Mm-hmm. And I just feel for some of you too, you're feeling as though you have to defend yourself in some way. Oh, we have Smokey and we have the Guru. Okay, so this is the Hierophant and the Emperor. My goodness, this is amazing, amazing, amazing. You are that higher authority in your life. You're an adult. Okay, no kidding, right? But this is about you having your own, this is a commitment to oneself, commitment to your plan, commitment to, well, and owning your own leadership skills. Okay, being that resource, being that source of even spirituality for some, and for some of you, this is it. When I have these two together, this could be a really powerful spiritual leader. Either you're working towards that, or you're working with someone like that, or that's you. It's just you, you know, maybe you have that potential and you know it. But this is definitely an energy of being in control and being organized, right? This can be, because this can be organization, like organized religion or something, you know. But some of you too, you know, and this is like all the energy of all four kings. We don't have a ton of people in the reading. I mean, we have some, we have a couple of pages, but we haven't had a king or a queen yet. And now we do. I feel as though with the guru, which is the Hierophant, and with the Emperor, there's so much potential here. And it's all like starting within. It's coming from within. There's a seed of opportunity here coming in. And I feel it's not just coming in, you're actually moving yourself towards it. You are the one moving yourself towards it. Yeah, do you sometimes need help? Mm-hmm, yeah. But you can call upon spiritual advisors, maybe mentors in some way, even your own inner guru, or maybe it's someone or something you found online even, right? It doesn't have to be someone that you meet in person, right? It doesn't have to be. But this is, you know, both of these characters here in tarot, they're both sitting on their throne. They are both in positions of authority. So if you've been feeling, you know, kind of in a funk, this is asking you, how can you add to your spiritual practice? How can you be a spiritual leader within your own life? You know, this is an outcome that could also unfold in an unexpected way. But it's spiritual growth. It's all about spiritual growth. Okay, this is, if it has to do with money, this is about investing in that wild idea, maybe taking a risk, possibly. But actually, I'm getting, it's actually more of a, maybe you're thinking, now isn't the time. So I'm going to actually back up on that, because that has to do with tradition, right? And but you know, Smokey, he would take chances, you know, he would. So it's, maybe that's what you're back and forth on. Maybe that's why I'm feeling the back and forth now. So it could be like you're getting this message like, now's not the time to be investing in something wild, right? You want to stick to status quo, stick to what you know is safe, right? But when you have the Emperor here, I mean, that's good fortune. This is like abundance. You know, that's, it can be. It's like a solid, stable kind of energy too. You know, staying on track, putting in the work, working through obstacles, right? I'm going to say that you're probably, for some of you, you might be getting messages from the universe to stay with the status quo, like to do what you know works, okay? Doing what you know works. Keeping things simple, right? Do what you know works for, you know, a family situation or health or any kind of investment, okay? This is about getting organized, though. I feel as though when you're, in order to move on, you may need to get organized and learn from the past mistakes, kind of things too, right? Instead of looking at it as I failed, look at it as I tried, right? I didn't. No, it's not a fail. It's a, you tried and it did or didn't work. And so if you're wondering too, you know, should you try something? I mean, these cards are saying, well, maybe you want to, you know what I'm getting actually? You want to apply knowledge from maybe another area of your life that you know you've been successful at. You want to take what you can from that and transfer those skills into this new thing. So it's not saying don't go for this new thing. It's saying, how can you maybe get more organized? How can you make it feel a little safer, you know, to take that step forward? And it's like, get organized. We've been getting that for a while, and it makes sense, you know. Virgo season was just here. We just had that partial solar eclipse in Virgo. This is like, you can this is taking the leadership role of some kind, taking the reins, right? Taking control maybe of that transition. And the Emperor too, you know, they're in their traditional tarot. They have that armor underneath their robe, and they're ready to go. Right, they're ready to go when it's time. So if you get organized and you're ready to go with whatever it is, a relationship or, you know, some sort of investment in some way, like, good, you're ready to go. There's no harm in getting organized now, right? Getting things situated. That could definitely be to your benefit. The more structure, the better, right? But when I see the Sun card, remember, this is great. This is positivity, abundance. Yeah. That's about having all the possibilities. Yeah. So, all right, let's see what else we have. Let's get some, I feel like that's a good way. Actually, I feel like with the tarot cards, we might be done with those. Let's get some messages here from, let's get divine direction. Some divine direction, please. Oh, divine direction. You have, just realize you have spiritual growth and you have the sun and you have 888 all right here and better days. It's all lined up. So maybe things are falling into place and lining up. The witch. So awaken your inner witch. Put all of your fierce and feminine powers to work. And forgiveness. So letting go of resentment, forgiving yourself, forgiving others so you can restore peace in your heart and so you can love again. I'm hearing the name Teddy, actually. Ted, Teddy, could also be bear in some way. What else? Clinging. So in order to navigate a complexity, loosen your grip and be adaptable, gain new perspectives. We already talked about it, you know, things feeling pressurized and how that's not really a place where you can create, right? What else do we have? Happiness, positive energy. Positive energy is flowing around you and within you. Stay optimistic. There's a lot of good coming your way, Libra. And frozen. So so stagnation will soon pass. Use it as a vehicle for self-development and increase your personal power. I mentioned that the reason something could be stagnated or delayed is because you need this time for something else. You're working on something else, maybe, right? There could be something that needs your attention right now. And spring, you get this card so much. So what you're asking for becomes yours in spring. Rebirth, spiritual rejuvenation, love, and growth awaits. So I do get 6 months with this, and it makes sense. And that is how long this eclipse cycle is, too. And I know for some of you, like the Southern Hemisphere, you just entered spring, and like yesterday, and for the Northern Hemisphere, we just entered autumn yesterday. So either way, I feel it could be, well, for some of, hey, maybe in the Southern Hemisphere, you are going to get that within the next few months, whatever it is. Especially if it's love. I do feel love could be maybe in the mix. I don't know for sure. Okay. But I just get Sagittarius energy too with that. I think it's kind of an energy too of like happy-go-lucky, kind of keep things light and yeah. And we have Build Anew. You've been getting this one a lot. I think it even made it into 2 thumbnails recently. So building anew. So don't hurt yourself trying to fix what's beyond repair, right? This is your time. It's your chance to build something totally different. And then you have soulmate. Like I said, there could be some love coming in. I do feel that. This is true love finding its way to you. A new spiritual romance. Now it could be something you will love, not just someone, right? Something or someone. I mean, honestly, well, really, it's whatever you're hoping to manifest. What, your energy right now, it's so potent. You can do this. So this is like your dreams becoming a reality. Stay focused. You're manifesting things rapidly, and your dreams, now you have dreams showing up twice, dreams, and dreams is on this card too. Your dreams really are showing up. It's a very fertile time here for something. Fears. Okay, that was your first card, the moon card, right? Despite how dark things appear, light is breaking through, Libra. Be brave, find a way through it. You can find your way through this. You have found your way through much more, and you have divine timing. So have patience. Nothing can occur until the conditions are completely ready. So trust in divine timing. And I want to let you know, I started this reading at 11:11. And you have authenticity. So whether it's getting to know your true self or showing the world who you are, it will feel so liberating being yourself. Some of you are freeing yourself from whatever and whoever does. It just doesn't work anymore. You've outgrown it. You have boundaries and let off steam. Yeah, so not holding anything in, right? Not holding in stress, anger, anxieties, reconnecting with your spirit. Let it all out. And start building and preserving those boundaries to protect your emotional and mental space. And one more from the top. Foggy. Things look a bit foggy now, okay? The truth is being distorted. Proceed with caution until the fog lifts. That could be why you're staying in that kind of Hierophant Emperor energy, wanting to keep, wanting to get, again, like waiting for that clarity to come in, waiting for that sun to come in. Maybe it'll be midway through Libra season, since sun was midway through the spread here. We have lessons, okay? So you're learning spiritual lessons that will assist you in your journey to spiritual growth. Be patient with yourself. This is possibly why, for some of you, something is delayed. This is why the blessings are delayed. The happiness, maybe, the manifestations, whatever you want to call it. But you have it coming in. You've had abundance in the last couple of readings too. It's coming in. There's something here coming, and however you define wealth or success, but it definitely feels like a shift, Libra. It certainly feels like a shift. Okay. I have something kind of special too. We're going to do first. We have an angel number. Now I want to get an animal card, and then I'm going to share something with you that I haven't shared before as a little birthday treat. I'm going to pull a message for each day of Libra, so that way you can find your birthday. So we're going to do September 23rd to October 22nd. Whoa. You have Fox and Salmon. This came out in a pre-shuffle, but it wasn't even in the same deck. So Fox energy is here, and that's like magic, right? Ted Andrews would say that's magic afoot, to very briefly summarize. So this is Divine Matrix, card 40, Fox, third eye chakra. Don't believe everything you hear in your mind. Detach from fear and reconnect with your higher truth. Ask for divine guidance. And Salmon, card 38, Presence, third eye chakra. Don't worry about the future or the past. Embrace and enjoy this moment fully. Life happens now. I'm going to get one more from the top. Scorpion, Spiritual Path, card 21, Solar Plexus. This is an important time of transformation. Don't be afraid to release what no longer ignites your passion. Surrender to the path of your soul. All right. Surrender to your truth, right? Libras, one of our strengths, we're about truth. We will find the truth. We live the truth. This, again, authenticity came in, right? This is like, there's a reason you're drawn to something. I keep saying that over and over in readings, in personal readings, in these readings, right? I am still open for personal readings for just a little bit longer, and then I am going to close them for most of October. So if you don't schedule with me in September, I don't know when I'm going to reopen readings. Okay. So schedule in September, and I'll be doing readings like that first week of October, the ones that were scheduled in September, because I'm about a week behind usually with those. And then after that, maybe I'll be back in November. I'm not quite sure, but I do have reduced rates right now. They're marked as is, like on the website. So www.schoolhouseintuitive.com. If you'd like to book a private reading, there are lots of options there. I've added some options. Those of you who haven't checked in a while, you might want to recheck. There are I added a couple more affordable options, I think. And I just recently have reduced the prices again. Okay. Just because I'm trying to get, it's Libra season, honestly. It's like, get some readings in there, and then for people, and trying to support or not accommodate different budgets. Okay, so let's see what we have anyway. Okay, let's see what we have. So here's what we're going to do. I have the Animal Speak Runes by Ted Andrews. Okay, now this is something that was put out a while back. I don't know that you can even find them anymore online. Maybe you can. Dragonhawk Publishing is the publisher for the books, but so this is the Animal Speak Runes. It was, I believe, 2009. Not positive, but it's a little set. It comes with a little book, and then it comes with these wooden runes. So I'm going to pull a wooden rune for each day of Libra. So it could take a little bit, but so anyway, thank you so much for being here. Like the video, subscribe, leave a little comment, hype the video. You can hype below, like near the comments, swipe it, and then there'll be a little hype button. All that does is you have like hype points. It doesn't cost you anything or anything. It just, if you use your hype points on a video like this, it helps it be seen. It's a new feature YouTube's using in order to help small creators, small channels. Anyway, so September 23rd, here we go. You have hummingbird dreams. So this could be something that you meditate on, reflect on, okay? Look into what hummingbird means. Maybe even Google like Ted Andrews, hummingbird, the meaning. So that's September 23rd, okay? Hummingbird. September 24th. Raven, shapeshift. 25th. Hunting, pursue. 26. Trust in yourself, crocodile. 27. Rebirth, snake. 28. Opportunity, chameleon. 29. Fate, spider. 30. Cicada, past. October 1st. Explore, deer. October 2nd. Camouflage, caution. The 3rd. Dolphin, new hope. The 4th. Time to move, migration. October 5th. Change, metamorphosis. October 6th. Eagle, spirit vision. October 7th. Frog, fertility. October 8th. Stillness, praying mantis. It's up for you to interpret, right? The 9th. Balance, coyote. The 10th. Crane, secret guard. You have secret protection, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Secret guard, crane. That was for 1010. I know we have 1010s out there. Happy birthday, 1010. 11th. Cleansing, vulture. The 12th. Act now, get go. 13th. Inner voice, bear. The 14th. Reclaim, jaguar. The 15th. Trust, manatee. The 16th. Regroup, hibernation. 17th. Skunk, boundary. 18th, choice, blue jay. 19th, rabbit, wait. The 20th, rat, industrious. 21st, new birth, butterfly. And October 22nd, new realm, swan. Thank you all so much for being here. That's what I have for you. Happy birthday.